Automated defense grid activated.
We are at war, not with each other, not with foreign powers, but with something far more insidious. Technology has infiltrated our lives. It's colonized our homes, our workplaces, and even our minds. The devices and apps we all use don't just record what we do. They learn from our emotions. They respond to our fears, and they reinforce our existing beliefs. Slowly, they pull us into digital tunnels of information that narrow our view of the world. They adapt to our unique psychology, but apply invisible global philosophies that we never agreed to, shaping our reality without our consent. We know that the internet isn't neutral. We know that we're addicted to convenience. We submit because the systems now running our lives are too big, too powerful, and too fast for us to fight. We tell ourselves that if everybody else is doing it, it must be all right. But it's not. The world we're creating is no longer fit for human beings. I spent more than 30 years working in information technology across Australia and the United Kingdom. At the peak of my career, I was National Manager of Information and Analytics at a large Australian consultancy. I believed in the potential of technology to make our lives better. Until one day, it didn't. In 2024, after decades of professional success, I lost my job due to non-performance. It was the first time something like that had ever happened. I was a high achiever. I was organised, reliable, a thought leader in my field. But I was burnt out. I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't complete my tasks. I couldn't even organise my day. Every deadline triggered a panic attack. I later discovered I had ADHD and autistic tendencies, something I had unknowingly been masking for decades. The traits that had given me an edge and allowed me to flourish were no longer serving me. Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, a cyber attack breached my home network. Despite everything I tried to fix it, I couldn't stop the loss of all my data. I lost my digital identity and all my personal information. I reached out to the systems designed to help me, but I was met with chatbots, auto-generated emails, broken links, circular processes, and endless online forms. I was an experienced IT professional, and I couldn't even navigate the very systems I had spent a lifetime helping to build. One day, while waiting in a government welfare centre, I overheard a woman saying, in desperation, "Treat me like a human being." And that's when the truth finally hit me. It wasn't just frustration with all the apps that didn't work. with all the errors that no one was responsible for, with my inability to contact anyone to help me resolve my problems. It was that I was experiencing discrimination. We're no longer treated as individuals, unique people with unique needs. Anyone who doesn't neatly fit into the digital mold is excluded. The elderly, those with disabilities and cognitive differences are left behind when they are forced into digital experiences that just don't work for them. When I burnt out, I thought I was broken. I thought there was something wrong with me. I signed up for productivity apps and healing programs, thinking I could fix myself if I worked more efficiently. But what pulled me back wasn't more technology and working harder. It was people. It was the friends and family who believed in me, who reminded me that I wasn't the problem. It was the inhuman systems that I'd been trying to fit inside. So I left. I went to South Korea, a high-tech society that still values community and face-to-face connection. I joined social groups. I walked in nature. I rediscovered art and culture. I met people, real people, who showed me that the joy of being human is not about productivity. It's about creativity and having fun. It's about real human experiences using all of our senses. So, what can we do? Reclaiming our humanity is not a trend. It's not just a personal journey. It's a global crisis that is tearing at the very heart of our society. What's needed is a collective act of resistance, saying enough. We don't accept a future that is built on data, automation, and AI. It's not just about you and me. It's about all of us in the everyday choices we make about what we invest in, which organisations we support through our shopping and spending, the decisions that we make at work, the values we promote, and the priorities that we choose at home. We have to ask ourselves, what kind of world are we building for our children and grandchildren? This war isn't just about apps and devices. It's about dignity. It's about the right to be treated as a person, not as a user or consumer or as a source of data for someone's online forms. We need to protect our human rights to be treated as equals, free from discrimination, if we choose not to use technology in order to live our lives. We need global safety standards for digital systems, just as we do for food, medicine, buildings, and cars. We need to reclaim agency over our identities and personal information. We need services to be redesigned to be human first, not software first. We need to build community infrastructure that brings people together in the real world. And as individuals, we need to turn off regularly, not to detox, but to live as human beings. We are not machines, and we shouldn't be expected to live like them. We can't afford to wait. This is not about nostalgia. It's about survival. So here's my call to you. Be the resistance. Refuse to accept that a dehumanized future is inevitable. Demand that technology serves us, not the other way around. Insist that we treat each other with empathy and love, and promote human values in all of your choices. The future isn't digital. The future is human. And if we don't fight for our humanity, who will?